All right, folks, I have just about got all the technical stuff set up and ready to go. Grab your cocktails and get yourself settled. We'll be starting in just a few minutes.
Looking a little ordinary? Is it lacking something awesome? Well, head out to your local liquor store and pick up something extraordinary. Grab a bottle of Old Humble Straight Whiskey or Old Humble Special Reserve. They're clean, smooth, easy drinking whiskeys that taste the way whiskey should taste. From humble beginnings to an extraordinary finish, Old Humble whiskeys are what your bar needs today. Walk tall, be awesome, and drink humble. Old Humble Straight Whiskey and Old Humble Special Reserve. Get yours today.
There we go. Bimbo, you didn't see your name on the wheel because the wheel looks like this. There are roughly 303 slices on this wheel. I believe it's 303 at the moment. Let me see if we go out of full screen. Can we come out of full screen? Can we come out of full screen? There we go. Out of full screen. Let's see. Will it work? Will it do what I'm asking it to do? It's okay. So here's the list of names that we have. We'll start from the beginning. I'm your host. I'm your sin merchant. I'm the guy that does all the things. Whatever. Mr. Great Shot, I'm pretty sure you're on this list. Let me double check. I know you've been here several times. Yeah, there you are. You are on the wheel. I knew you were. Anyway, this is our celebration. It is our periodic giveaway of stuff and things. We did a giveaway back in June. We're doing a giveaway now. It's cold in this damn room. My microphone is pointed off to the side over here. I'm going to move my microphone to right here. Maybe it'll sound a little bit more like I'm talking to y'all and not towards y'all. Okay, so what we're doing, this is our 700, it's technically our 700 subscriber giveaway, but we are right on the cusp of 800. My hunch is that by the end of the night, we will have reached 100. Come out of studio mode. My hunch is that by the end of the night, we will have reached 800. Trying to move this. Yeah, there we go. And our march towards 1,000, where's it at? 1,000 continues. So there's the subscribe to get us to 1,000. Reminder right there. This is gonna be a fun night. So here's what's going on. Here's what we're gonna do. We are going to give away this box. Look at that box. It's gorgeous golden box, but more importantly, what's inside them. There's my world-renowned tobacconists stick of incendiary flammable leaves. So we have our Special Reserve, our Straight Whiskey, our Boomtown Bourbon, and our Double Oak Rye, along with a nationally famous, internationally famous, world-renowned tobacconists cancer stick there. It is a very, very good cigar. I've had one of their cigars already. This is a Maduro style cigar from the nationally renowned tobacconist. There you go. You can see over here on my right, the bottles are gone. The little sample bottles are gone. And in fact, I'm going to pour myself a shot of my delightful elixir. I'm going to go with the straight whiskey because it is the, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go with my double oak rye because it's right down here at my feet. Have a glass. In fact, I'm going to pour a tall shot. Instead of going with the 1.5 ounces, I'm going to go with the 2 ounce, and I'm just going to sip on it for the whole remainder of the night. It's almost 7 o'clock here. I can do that. So let me show you what I've done. Everybody who has participated in our live streams since the last drawing, so pretty much since June, has gotten onto the Wheel of Doom and Glory. I've taken the list of names of people who have won at trivia, who've participated in trivia, who've played along with us in our live streams, our Wednesday night streams, our Thursday night streams, our day in the live streams, the live streams that we do. People who've participated, people who've taken part, they've gotten their name on the wheel. All in all, we have roughly. Let me do my double check my count real quick. It is 303 entries on that wheel, which is why the wheel looks like this. there's a lot of slices on this wheel, but there's also a bunch of names that are on there multiple times. Because if you won at trivia, you got on there 4 times. If you participated in multiple live streams, you got on there multiple times. So there's people who have more, there's people who have less, there's people who have been here once and then never showed back up, there's people who have been here several times, which means if we go over here to my other screen, which is cropped, you can't see it. Let me adjust the cropping on this. You can see all the names, and I have the names, the number of entries that they've got, and their actual percentage chance to win. And this is that exact same list here. Well, I'm going to minimize that graphic, get it to go away, so I can do stuff over here on this screen. This is the list of names, the number of entries they have, and their percentage chance to win. Cumulative percentage chance to win. So we've got Amanda Talbot had 4 entries, a 1.3 chance to win. And the far number on the right, the big number, where am I? The big number way over there on the right. Hi, everybody. The big number way over there on the right, that's the cumulative, just so that I could check it and make sure that we got all the way back up to 100%. So, Sharkcombe Brewing's in there with a couple of percentage points. We have Tim, who showed up for 5. I think he won trivia. Mrs. Hopkins. We have Mrs. Hopkins, and we have Easy Street with Jen, and we have Lazy Nate, and we have Bacon, and Steve, and Corey, and Vanessa. Everybody's up there. I mean, y'all know, y'all been participating for the last 3 months. Y'all know you're on the wheel, and you're on the wheel several times. The way it breaks down, the percentages that break down, we have 70 something original names. Let me count them one more time. I'm sorry, 64 original names? We have 64 original names on the list. And like I said, several of them are on there multiple times, from winning trivia, participating in multiple online events, etc., etc. And of those 64 names, Uh, 10 of them, 10 of them make up about 52% of the wheel. So they're the all stars. They're the they're the part of the community that's in there tight. And then we go down a little bit further to about half of the wheel, or half of the names, about 32 names. Get all the way down to 31, 32 names, which is exactly half, and that is about 85% of the chances. So half the people who've participated with us over the last 3 months, 4 months almost, have half the chances to win. So um, bacon sub now. Where are we at? Okay, sub to where? What you talking about? Miss Jen is here and listening. I saw Jen. She's there. I saw her. I saw her name. Uh, Easy Street with Jen. She's here. Uh, and I also had to like go down and adjust. Like I typed in the names individually, so I had the goddamn bacon, and goddamn bacon with a space at the end. So like you were on there like several different iterations of your name. I had to consolidate them all into a single name. Um, Moose Gal changed her the name of her uh, channel. Have Lazy Nate on there, Bimbo Barbarella. I had a bunch of names on there. I had the Safety Doc and the Safety Doc. So anyway, we're all set. We're all set to spin the wheel. Um, and the rules remain the same. Must be present to win. So I'm giving people a chance to kind of roll in. I'm said I was going to spin the wheel at 7 o'clock. It is now 6:48. And I also said I had a lot of work to do at the distillery today. But instead of doing work at the distillery today, oh, I didn't even show you the other part of it right there. Ta-da, 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 bam, ba-dam. Now, I don't think I can actually fit this in the box. Let me see if I can figure out a way to fit this in the box. Can I fit it in the box? Can it go in the box? Can it go in the box? I'll put it in that box. Let's see here. If I put it in there like this, yeah, I don't think I can actually fit it in the box. Now, my old shot glasses I could fit in the box. So this shot glass is not going to go. It doesn't really fit. Doesn't really fit. Not with the cigar. I guess I could kind of push it down there. Yeah, it kind of fits now. There we go. It fits. There we go. There we go. The shot glass is right there on top. The bottles, they just kind of moosh in there. Mooshy mooshy. There. It fits. It's not perfect, but it could have used a bigger box. Could have used a bigger, slightly larger box. But there we go. We got the box. We got the bottles. We got all the stuff. Will the box close? The box closes. There you go. A golden box. The safety doc has entered the chat. Nice. No, this. Well, yeah. I guess I could push the cigar down a little further, couldn't I? All right. So let's adjust the crinkle paper in here just a little bit. Moosh it down. The cigar down in there. Get the shot glass. There. All right. Let's see if it worked. Ta-da! Yeah. I mean that kind of works. It's still pretty much the same orientation, the same arrangement. I just don't want to mush up the cigar. I don't want it to get actually mooshed. You know what I mean? Let's see here. What if I did that? What if I just took the damn cigar out? What if I took the cigar out entirely? No, I don't want to take the cigar out. Y'all can have the cigar. Cigars are good. If you like that sort of thing. Oh, yeah, that's perfect. Oh, that is a beautiful presentation. And that is a perfect alignment. Oops, and then the cigar falls out. That is perfect. I'll take that. Take a little bit of this floof. Put it in there. And I've got some papers also that I'll be putting in there to tell you what it is that you're drinking. Excuse me. Tell you what it is that you're drinking. So you can tell your friends when you have them over and share these delicious elixirs with them. There. There. Shot glass at the top with the papers inside to make sure it stays unbroken. Come on, get in there. There we go. And the cigar on top. Ta-da, just like so. There's your shot glasses right here by my finger. Cigar right there. Ta-da, everybody's happy. Maybe I'll put a little piece of tape on the cigar to make sure it doesn't fall out. Anyway, so we're at 6:52. Hangin' Arizona. Welcome, Hangin' AZ. Welcome to the party. Cheers to you, my friend. I believe I saw you, what was that, last night or the night before last? Can't remember. Can you buy 2 of my used little barrels? Yes, you can, Vanessa. You can get your hands on those barrels in March when they come available. Ooh, a leather wrapped box. I would need to get some leather, but yeah, that would be a cool little presentation for that too. But yeah, so there you go. This is, whoops, cigar just fell out again. This is what we got, and this is the thing. Has the shot glass right there. It actually has room for 1 more shot glass. Do I have another shot glass? I do. I have another shot glass in the house. Do we want 2 shot? No, we got a shot glass and a cigar. You don't need 2 shot glasses. But I could keep the cigar. You get the cigar. I'm going to be nice. You get the cigar. I won't keep it. I won't keep it. But those shot glasses will be available at the distillery. I have moved the box of shot glasses to the distillery. They are physically there now. At the bar, which we have built. Ta-da. Mike McClune is in the house. Mrs. Hopkins. She has a show at 8 p.m. Spin the wheel. Okay, we'll spin the wheel. It is 6:54. I'll go ahead and we'll go ahead and spin the wheel now. I'll go ahead and do it right now. We'll do the first spin of the wheel right now. That is my spreadsheet. Switch over to the wheel. There it is. The wheel. The wheel of doom and glory is right there. Let's see here. If I move my, oops, there's my cursor. Move me, not you. Move you over here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so here's the wheel of doom and glory. Time to spin. Now make it full screen to clean out some of the mess. Yeah, there we go. You can see the names over here on the side. Nope, that's me still. The names over here on the, nope, that's not it. This one, this one. Nope. I'll get there. Which one is it? There it is. See the names over here on the side, but it's not cooperating. That's fine. Okay. Crop it down. Move me back over a little bit, just a little bit. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, children of all ages, it's time to spin the wheel. Shall we get a countdown? A little countdown in the chat. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What the fuck just happened? My photos, oh my god, my photo app just opened up and I couldn't see the wheel. Kid you not, the screen went black on me. So it's getting a little digitization, a little bit slow pokey motion there. Spun it. Let's see what happens. What do we get? John Jacobs. John Jacobs, you have 60 seconds to answer the phone, the white courtesy phone. I haven't seen John Jacobs' name show up in chat yet, but I have turned on the timer. You have 60 seconds, Mr. John Jacobs, to speak up and claim your prize. Otherwise, I remove all instances of your name when we move forward. 60s. Oh, Christopher Holly's in the house, too. Another name that appears several times on the wheel. What is that? Oh, the page is unresponsive. That's okay. It's responsive now. We're fine. Everything's fine. If John Jacobs does not answer in the next 30 seconds, if he does not post something in chat in the next 30 seconds, God rest his soul. But as I said before, you must be present to win. I will give him his chance. He has a moment. He has a moment. We will all give him his moment. And we shall wait. We shall wait until his time has come. I accidentally clicked the thing, and he's still on there. All right. That is 60 seconds. John Jacobs, congratulations for playing. Let's spin again. What is going on here? Oh, the page is unresponsive. Wait. Spin. Am I going to have to reset the page? Where's Steve? Oh, yeah. Congrats to whoever wins. All right. Wheel is spinning. Let's find out. Vanessa Kitty wins the kitty. Vanessa Kitty. Vanessa Kitty is the winner. Vanessa Kitty, you are, I have seen you in chat. Vanessa Kitty, who had a what % chance for Vanessa Kitty to win? Mrs. Hopkins, right there. Vanessa Kitty, you need to answer. You need to answer. I see you. You're right there. Are you still in chat? Are you still on the show, Vanessa? Are you still on the show? Are you still in chat, Vanessa Kitty? We have 45 seconds remaining. Come on. There she is, Vanessa Kitty. Congratulations, Vanessa. Vanessa has stepped up and won. Vanessa has stepped up and won. Hurrah for Vanessa. Yay, Vanessa Kitty. And Vanessa Kitty had, let's see what the chances for Vanessa Kitty to win. She had a roughly 2.6% chance of winning this thing, and she did. 2.6% chance. Vanessa, send me an email. Send me an email. info@oldhumbledistilling.com. It is there in my about page, my about page, the about tab of my page for the distillery. Somebody we like. But yes, Vanessa, that is you. You get the prize package worth infinity dollars. Ta-da! Because it actually, I can't sell it. So it's like, it is a priceless artifact at this point. I believe that is, I think that's not merely technically true. I think it is literally true. It is a priceless, artifact that nobody else is able to own. Because I can't sell this because it's not a, I don't have a UPC code or approved labels. This is a handmade creation. So, yeah, priceless, literally priceless. This is a Mona Lisa right here, the Mona Lisa of whiskey. So there you go. Congratulations, Vanessa. Send me, like I said, send me an email. info@oldhumbledistilling.com. And there you go. Cheers, Vanessa Kitty. Got a little bit left. Cheers. Boop. Congratulations. All right, so it is now 7 o'clock. This has been a 30-minute live. But I got more to do, I suppose. Don't we have more to do? I mean, y'all can hang out. We can hang out for. Let's see here. Bimbo's got to go to her show. Let's do a Bimbo Barbarella raid. Let's do that. Since her show starts at 8 o'clock, we'll close out my show by raiding her show. Bimbo Barbarella. Jesus. There we go. When does her live start? It starts soon. 8 o'clock. Is it 8 o'clock my time, or it's 8 o'clock her time, which would be 7 o'clock my time, which means it's about to start any moment now. So there we go. We'll let Bimbo start the show. It was fun hanging out with you too, Bimbo. Vanessa Kitty, congratulations. And as I said, shoot me an email. We'll get this box to you. I'll get. I already have. See, I already have my shipping box ready to go with the packing stuff. Like everything's ready to go. I'm set. I'm ready to go. I'll drop this in. I'll print up the thing sometime next week. I'll pop it in the mail and poof, it's out. It's ready to go. So congratulations to you and cheers to. Let's see who all's in chat. Chris Holly, Easy Street with Jen, Steve Erpenbeck. Scully's House of Thrillers. Ooh, that sounds fun. Now I'm not gonna be able to stay long because I have dinner that I have to start. And this is like my last Friday before we start doing lives at the distillery every week on Friday nights. So if any of y'all see John Jacobs, give him crap for not being here. He's over in the coin channels usually. I have a weird network of people. I have coin channel people, I have music people, I have whiskey people. Uh, Email is info at, I guess I could type it down here. Info at Old Humble DISTILLDISTILLING.com. OldHumbleDistilling.com. There it is. Info at. Can pester her about it if she's there. uh, We're not having hamburger helper tonight. Friday night's pizza night, man. We do pizza and movies on Friday night. That is Friday nights are oops. Friday night. Now I am not opposed to hamburger helper. I like. Um, I'm now my personal style, my personal favorite style of hamburger helper is you do the hamburger helper, but then you throw in lima beans, hmm lima beans, and you throw in some corn. So you have your hamburger helper with your hamburger, and your hamburger helper helps your hamburger help her make a great meal. Just a slightly misogynistic um, jingle from back in the day. Hamburger helper helps your hamburger help her make a great meal. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, lima beans and corn gives you your little vegetable and your fiber and your a little bit extra starch. Um, and I like to salt and pepper that shit. Give it a good dose of salt and pepper so it's not bland. It doesn't taste like northern casserole. And then, you cook all that stuff together and make some biscuits to go with it because the biscuits sop up the cheese. Mm, chef's kiss. Uh, Nobody likes lima beans. I love lima beans. Lima beans are great. I should be on the other. I should be on the main cam with chat screen. Open up the chat window. Thank you. That's the one. All right. It's tiny. Come on. Where's my chat screen? Nobody can read that. Make them bigger. Nope, not that big. That was too big. It should be about that big. And it should be right about there. Yeah, that's good. And then we should zoom in a little bit. Give it a 150% zoom so that people can see it. Where's that zoom? Zoom? Come on. There it is. Zoom larger. 150%. Maximum effort. There we go. You're welcome, Jen. Thank you all for real. Thank you for helping my lives be interesting and fun. I mean, I can carry it to an extent, but I can't carry it the whole damn way. It gets really boring when I talk to myself. Um, which is one of the reasons why I do shows from the distillery because when I'm there all by myself, it's boring. I have nobody to talk to and nothing to do, and uh, it just kind of drives me a little bit stir crazy. Um, so I'm waiting for Bimbo to get started. Bimbo Barbarella. I'm waiting for her to get started so we can go raid her channel. Barbarella. and then I'll post the link in my um, I'll post the link down below here in chat when she does get started. Uh, but I haven't seen that yet. So, um, but yeah, that's one of the reasons why your true name is Vanessa Kitty. Well, cool. Hi, Vanessa Kitty. Um, but yeah, that's one of the reasons why I started doing chats from the distillery. One, it's cool to show you the behind the scenes stuff. I like doing that, but also, uh, I get bored. I get bored. I can go an entire day. I can go an entire day without saying anything to anyone because I'm usually just working at the shop by myself. Um, I do the labeling and then I start moving stuff around and cleaning things up and getting things ready for guests to arrive and stuff like that. And it's just, it's quiet. It gets really, really, really quiet. I talk to the dog. I talk to myself. I listen to music sometimes. Greg's whiskey guide is in the party. Cheers, Greg. Glad you made it. Your name was on the wheel as well, but you did not. Yeah, Vanessa Kitty was the winner. Um, but Hamburger Helper makes great tacos. Huh? I did not think a Hamburger Helper and tacos. That's a really neat idea. Really fantastic idea. Oh, Greg, here's the case, by the way, the finished product or the nearly finished product. Here's the golden box, and inside the box, there's the cigar. There's a shot glass. Where's the shot glass? Right here. Shot glass. Shot glass tucked down into the papers. Then the cigar tucked in right there. There you go. That is the final product of the golden box. And there's a little bit of the paint is still I'm gonna have to polish it one more time before I pack it up and ship it out. Make sure that paint isn't too sticky. But yeah, so there you go. Tell Bimbo to hurry up. I'm hungry. I want to go eat. But I'm gonna have one more drink, and then we'll head on out of here. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's the chat. That's why I wanted to reward the people in chat. As uh, Bacon would call them, chat holes. Uh, y'all are the guys, like, for real. Y'all make it. You make the live streams more interactive and more interesting and more fun to talk to. I can't do call in listener shows, and I don't really feel comfortable doing the panel shows. But I certainly enjoy interacting with you fine folks here in chat and taking the conversation wherever the conversation goes. Um, it always makes for an interesting night. I never quite know what to expect, and y'all definitely keep me on my toes. Uh, Definitely keep me on my toes to make sure that I am not always full of shit, and that I occasionally uh, only get away with being full of shit for a few brief moments. Thank you, Greg. I thought, I've worked really hard at uh, the presentation of the bottles, and this is still a clear label because it's our old style label. But eventually, they'll be on the shelf arrayed like this, from purple to black to green to blue, and it'll be nice shades of color. And then when I have when I add other brands, they're going to be other unique colors. Like our rice whiskey is going to be a lighter shade of green, closer to yellow, um, closer to the color of a mature stalk of rice in the field. Um, and then there'd be the uh, blue stripe, the single malt that'll be either white with a blue stripe or blue with a gold stripe. Um, but she's live now. Hot damn. Okay, Miss Hopkins, can you put the link? Let's see her videos, home. Where is she? I'm not seeing it live yet. Let's go back, come back. I'm not seeing the live video. Where is it? Where is it? Well, it'll come up in a minute, I'm sure. I'm sure in a minute it will come up. And then we can go harass her just a little bit. Give her some views, give her some love, give her some numbers. Oh, there it is. Found it. Is that the live? All right, found it. Okay, let me get this link. Copy link. Go back to here, drop it in chat. Go check out Bimbo, hashtag Old Humble Raid. Hit her with everything you got. We're not going to be bringing her a whole lot, but we'll bring her something. Bacon, for what it's worth, I have had whiskey pickles. There's a guy here, local, named Juan Ocañas. He makes Dirty Juan's pickles, and he has made whiskey pickles with our straight whiskey. Old Humble to diversify its portfolio and start making. So I'm not going to start making the pickles, but Dirty's Pickles will be selling pickles, special order, special batch pickles using our whiskey. So yeah, there's that. You're a painter, cool. Found maple pellets for the smoker today. That's cool. Um, behind the scenes, yeah, and you know, one of the cool things I like about the behind the scenes show is I'm off doing my work and I can just talk and have my free flow chain of whatever thought association work as I'm working. I can just prattle on in the background. Y'all can have your own conversation in chat, and they don't have to be the same conversation. We can have two or three or four entirely different conversations going on at the same time, which is really kind of fun. Really, really, really kind of fun. Um, am I going to hit 800 subs tonight? Oh, we're at 798. Yeah, I might hit 800 subs. I had another short pop off yesterday for 6,000 views. I'm killing it with the shorts, and that's actually one of the things that's kind of changed the nature of what we do and how I do things. When I went in on this 100,000 views, I need to go say hi over on Bimbo's channel real quick. Where's the? Is it still live? Yeah, it's still live. Oh, cancel there. That's not live. Is that live? Did I get the right thing? Okay, this says it's live. It says it was live 48 minutes ago. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Now we're live. Okay, got it. I found it. I fixed it. Here's the link. I fixed it. Got the right link finally. Got the right link. Here it comes back into chat. This is the right link for Bimbo. Here we go. Paste. Go. That's the right link. Sorry about that. I did the wrong thing. Bimbo. Hashtag Old Humble Raid. Old Humble Raid. There we go. So anyway, I'm gonna leave her up for a little while. So what was I saying? What was I talking about? Shit, I forgot what I was talking about. I'm gonna get rid of this. Remove this message. Nope, I can't remove me as a moderator, but I can remove the message. Oh, that's Jen. That's not me. That's Jen. Oh, what I was talking about the subs. I'll just leave it be. But I embarked on this 100,000 views project, and we went. I don't know if I have that picture saved over here, but we went literally. Like I can show you in the analytics in the studio mode here. Views, lifetime views. Like I can show you the analytics. Look, we went from. Can you see that? We went from literally nobody watching the channel to people watching our channel, and this is in the last like 6 months. Nothing, to people doing stuff. And we started the channel in October 2014, and the activity from October 2014 to February 2020 was almost indistinguishable. Um, I had no, I really and truly, I hadn't posted any videos or anything like that, and we had pretty much nobody watching for 6 years. Then in March 2020, in the middle of when the pandemic started, I started doing these shows, these little happy hour live cocktail shows, and we'd get 5 or 10 or 20 people watching, and I'd have 100 views a month, and it was cool, and I'd do it for like a month, and I'd start putting up content and doing shit, and nobody watched our fucking channel. It was it was an activity of keeping me busy. Um, in trying to do stuff and build a community. We had 25 subscribers when I started in March, and we added 100, and then another couple hundred, and I think at the end of 2021, at the beginning of 2022, we had 400 subscribers, and we were getting something like 400 views a month, and I was doing 8 shows a month, Mondays or Wednesdays and Thursdays, or Tuesdays and Thursdays, something like that. And then in March or in February, I'm starting to make plans to have these bands perform on Friday nights, and I wanted the bands to be able to be seen and heard. And if I'm going to continue to do my stupid channel, I should get some run for my brand too. So I wanted to have our guests, our brands, and our bands actually getting more exposure and people actually seeing it, so I could have some value to the channel, right? Um, uh, Cheers to chat. Cheers to panel. Make sure everybody knows. Uh, just say hi to everybody over on Bimbo's channel. But anyway, uh, I wanted to improve the channel, and I wanted to improve the metrics. And I was watching and reading a bunch of articles and a bunch of videos about how to improve the channel, how to get subs, how to make money, and blah, 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 blah. But that really wasn't what I was trying to do as far as the channel goes. I wasn't just trying to get subs for the sake of having subs. I wasn't trying to get monetized for the sake of being monetized. I wasn't trying to get an affiliate program or anything like that. What I was trying to do was just have more views and more awareness, more reach, more contact, more reaching a broader audience. And I was looking at all these possibilities of paying money for to promote videos, paying Fiverr guys to improve SEO and improve audience and get new audiences. And I was trying to leverage my Twitter community and Facebook community on that. There's not a whole lot of crossover between social media. So you're a Facebook person, or you're a Twitter person, or you're a YouTube person, but you're not usually seeing videos on YouTube or videos from YouTube on Twitter and going over to YouTube to watch. You're all on Twitter. You're over there. But ultimately, what I finally settled in on was to focus on one specific metric, and that was to get more views. And from that one metric, the logic was that everything else would follow. You have more people watch your channel, you engage with more unique viewers, um, you get more views with unique viewers, you get more subscriptions, everything just kind of grows from there, right? Well, what I found out in March was that that's not true. I did a lot more shows in March. I did a show every night, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I did a show 4 nights a week in March. I did a Ukraine update, happy hour, a show with Lisa, a happy hour with Lisa on Thursday nights, and then another thing on Friday nights. And it was a lot. The live music was on Friday nights, and it was a lot. But I wasn't getting more viewers. I was getting about the same number of viewers per show, but I was getting more views for the channel. So we went from something like 300 or so in February. It was like 300 in January. Then February it went up to like 400, and then March was 700, and April, I think that was how it went. Like maybe it was 700 in February, then 800 in March. And then April, we had a short pop off, and we went from something like 500 subscribers up to 525 or something like that in April. And I was like, wait a minute, here's an idea. Maybe I should do more shorts, because what I found out about the when I started looking at the metrics, there was a correlation not just between views and subscribers, but unique viewers and subscribers, because the views would go up and down and the subscribers would kind of stay flat. But when unique viewers spiked, then subscribers spiked. I'm like, hey, this is interesting. So I started using my shorts, the shorts feed and the shorts videos to um, leverage out that new audience thing, to try and get a newer, broader audience. Um, and then the more I got unique views, and that just makes perfect damn sense when you're trying to expand your audience, when you're trying to expand your customer base, when you're trying to expand your market for people to see your product or interact with your product. You're not going to go to places where they've already had your product. You don't want to go to the bar where everybody's drinking your whiskey. You want to go to a bar where they've never heard of you and buy a round of drinks for everybody. That way, they drink your drink for the first time. They're like, oh, this is great. Repeat customers are great. They're the cheapest customers to buy, but new customers are the ones that are the most valuable, because they actually grow your brand and grow you out. And since the beginning of May, when I started doing the shorts strategy, because I'm really bad at edited content. I'm really, really, really bad at editing videos. So, YouTube is a really good platform for edited videos and shorts, but not a really good platform for uh, live blog podcast type of shows, which is exactly what I like to do, live blog podcast type of shows. So the shorts introduce the channel to the larger, longer uh, live forum, and that's kind of how I've integrated those two things. And I'm trying to bridge that gap between 15-second and 3 hours with the 10 to 15 minute content. I'm trying to bridge that gap right now. I'm just not good at it, and I don't like doing it. And if I don't like doing it, I'm not gonna do it. So a 5 hour difference in the time zone. Yeah, it's 7:24 p.m. right here, and you, of course, in France, you are uh, way ahead. It's like midnight over there. Yeah. It's usually 6 hours, but we're in daylight savings time right now. We're going to be falling back in a month, so it'll be 6 hours again. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's not. When I was in college, I did editing and I was okay with it, but I really like the live shows that we did in college a lot better. I just don't like I don't like doing it. I don't like the time involved. I have a live show that I'm editing right now, that I've been doing it now for like 2 weeks. I reached a point where I'm like, okay, I know what I want to do next, but I have 1,000 other things I want to do and I need to do. So I'm off doing that other stuff. Um, so I'm not doing it. I'm just not doing it. I know what I want to do. I know what I want it to look like in my head. I know what I want it to look like, but I don't have time to do it, not right now, and I'm not particularly interested in doing it. So I haven't blocked away time to do it. If I'm going to be doing that, I'm going to be doing my accounting, or I'm going to be doing some graphics for some new labels, or I'm going to be doing some other stuff. But I can see a day and a time and some point in the future where I can sit down and edit down a live day in the life stream, and do that on a Wednesday, and then on a Saturday sit down and just crunch that 3.5 hours or so into a 20-minute. This is what we did. Voice over the whole thing. Da, 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 done. Finished. But we're not there yet. I'm not at that point yet. I'm going to switch my screen back over to my share. But yeah, in college, I ran the Student Video Network. So we had our first Avid machine, and it was just dope as hell and awesome. And we had an old reel-to-reel machine too, and I know how to edit videos going from VHS to VHS, because I am a dinosaur. And then we got our first Avid machine, and doing the Avid was just so cool because it was just so cool to be able to sit there and go. It was so cool to sit there and just go, clicking and pulling this down and putting it there, and pulling this down and putting it there, rather than scrolling through the VHS tapes. It was just such a mess. Uh, but yeah, so that was the project. That was the 100,000 views project, and started that in Valentine's Day in February, and I was fully expecting to maybe get to half that number by the end of the year. I mean, we started out at 40,000. I thought we would get to 60 or 80 by the end of the year. I didn't think we would get all the way to 100,000 by the end of the year. I did not. If you look at the original videos of the 100,000 views project, I said it clearly. Like, I picked 100,000 because it's a nice round number and it's something to shoot for, but I didn't think I would actually get there. And damn if I did not get there by the end of, I think it was June, when it was the beginning of July where we hit the 60,000 views needed to reach 100,000 lifetime views. And then in the month of July, we blew through the next 40,000 views to get all the way up to 100,000 views since the beginning of the project. I think it was the end of July. It might have been the early part of August. And then I had another couple of shorts pop off in August, and we got 65,000 views in the month of August, and added another 100 subscribers in the month of August, which was just crazy. I didn't think that was possible. At the scale that I was growing, I didn't think that was possible. And then this last month, um, the last 30 days or so, hell, this month, we've added something like, uh, what number are we at? This month alone, in the last 30 days, we've added another 100 subscribers, which is just cuckoo bird crazy. I'm loving it. I'm loving the fact that I was able to sit down, and we've added 47 since the beginning of September. And what day is it? The 16th? Yeah. So, I mean, I'm loving I'm enjoying doing this finally. It's not a chore. It's not something that I have to do. It's a thing that I look forward to doing it at night. I look forward to doing it. I mean, there's some Wednesdays I just don't want to do it, and some Thursdays I just don't want to do it. But I'm looking forward to doing it. It's not a drag. It's not a slog. I'm not turning it on for nobody, and it's just, it feels like there's something behind the channel, an actual momentum, and I can see the channel itself being a valuable media asset for the company. Um, so that's kind of cool. I kind of like that. I kind of like that. Uh, the transition that I've made since February, from being just somebody who does videos on YouTube to now being a YouTube video maker. And if I were writing the story for an article in the newspaper, if I was writing the story about this aspect of the business, the headline would say, "Local distiller uses YouTube to grow brand." Um, and, tell the story that way. Because as not just a content, because I guess technically I am a content creator, but as an actual product creator, uh, I think of my business as, you know, the marketing of my business is telling the story of what we're trying to do. And what we're trying to do here is use YouTube to extend the community from the distillery out virtually to the rest of the world, and grow our brand among more and more and more and more people. And as we do our live music, we'll extend that brand out for musicians, and let musicians partake in my community and extend their community and my community, and just continue to grow. And the campaign that I did when we were doing our capital campaign at the end of 2020 was "Come Grow with Us," and it wasn't just an aspect of the investment in the distillery, where you invest in the distillery and you make some money off of us as we continue to grow, but also as we grow, we continue to share that story with people. So, as I'm building out my tasting room, we put it on the YouTubes. I build tables, I build bars. I'm building, I'm bottling the whiskey and labeling the whiskey, and we put it on the pallets and we box it up and it goes out. You get to experience that at the same time I get to experience that. And as we grow in the distillery, you get to grow with us. You get to participate in that, and that's really cool. Um, at least I think it's really cool. And hey, 2K Comedy's in the house. Cheers, guys. Welcome to the party. Glad to have you. Absolutely. Um, but that I mean that's just part of the whole ethos, and that's what shows like this is all about. And keeping track of the number and keeping track of the metrics. I mean, ultimately, this is a stupid vanity number that doesn't mean anything. This is a stupid vanity number that doesn't mean anything. The 100,000 views is a stupid vanity number that doesn't mean anything. But when I look at the analytics after I have a band perform at the distillery, when I look at the analytics and I see 75, 100 people have watched that band, when 100 people come pop in and watch Ryan Adam Wells on a Friday night, or 75 people have popped in to see Same Old Circles on a Friday night and listen to their music and their original music, that's exciting. That's fun. I did that. I helped those guys get 200 eyeballs that they didn't have before. That's pretty cool. That's really cool. And possibly, sell a couple of CDs, a few T-shirts, maybe a koozie or a mug or whatever the hell they sell on their merch booth. I don't know what they sell in their merch booth. But it's just really cool because I'm a big believer that we're not, as we fly through space on this watery rock that is Earth, our little spaceship here, as we're flying through space and time. It's not, my existence doesn't have to shut out your existence. We're not competing for space. We can grow together. We can grow together. We can build a garden together. We can develop together as people and as neighbors and as a community. And you know, a rising tide doesn't simply lift all boats. A rising tide can take you to places you've never been before, and that's exciting as hell. We can all go places we've never been before, and I just find that to be dope as hell. If we uh, work together instead of, I mean, competition is in my blood. I can't help myself, but absolutely, when we work together, we can build bigger things than things when we're just working alone. Um, so I really, really, really like to share this community and build this community and help uh, try to grow other channels and maybe earn some of that reward back on myself too. But there you go. It is now 7:34, 7:35. I've rambled on now for the last 5 minutes. I'm watching the chat go through Vanessa Kitty and her projects. I'm looking forward to seeing what you do with this golden box. Um, I've got there's a little imperfection here in the paint. I don't know if you can see that on the video. There's a little imperfection. Yeah, you can see that on the camera. There's a little imperfection in the paint. So I'm going to have to sand this down and smooth this out again. Um, you still see a little bit of the wood grain here on the side too, but I'm not so much worried about that. But I'm going to smooth this out a little bit, clean it up some. Uh, don't mention space like Jody Summers did. Oh, dude, the space whiskey is going to be dope as hell. The space whiskey is going to be absolutely dope as hell. I just wasn't sure. I wasn't sure where he was going. Okay, so here's the story. Um, y'all know about the space whiskey. I've talked about the space whiskey on the channel before, where we're going to take a barrel and we're going to put it on a weather balloon and we're going to send it up to the edge of space and we're going to collect the barrel and we're going to make space whiskey. We're going to have space whiskey. We're going to have mission patches. It's going to be just fucking awesome. It's going to be the coolest damn thing anybody's ever done. Ever. And Ardbeg has sent a barrel up to a Bigelow Space Hab module. Ardbeg has done this in space, but it was in a climate-controlled environment in space. So the whiskey was in weightlessness, in a barrel, in weightlessness, in a climate-controlled environment, and it was spinning, and there was cameras on it and everything, and it was really cool. But that's not what we're doing. We're actually sending a barrel to the weightless, atmosphereless, atmosphereless, a weightless, non. We're sending it to the environment of space. We're sending to the harsh environment of space, unprotected by the atmosphere, unprotected by the biosphere of Earth, weightless, extreme temperatures, extreme heat. It's going to go right up there. It's going to come right back down. We're going to collect the barrel, and it's going to be dope as hell. So we sponsored this comedy show a few weeks back with Jody Summers and the comedy crew that he works with, and he's on stage. He's like they had gotten a bottle of our whiskey from the bar, and I've said this before. Y'all know this. I've said this before. I'm not ashamed to say it. Our whiskey is delicious. It is delicious. I had bought him a drink. He had the bottle. I know they'd been drinking, and it was obvious when he got on stage and he starts talking about the distillery. The height that the barrel will go is at least, I think it's the edge of space. 100,000 kilometers, I believe. No, wait. Hey Siri, what is the edge of space?
Here's what I found from Wikipedia.
Yeah, 100 kilometers, not 100,000. 100 kilometers, 100,000 meters, 100 kilometers up into space. So anyway, Jody gets on stage and he starts talking about the whiskey and he says, "Oh yeah, they got this project coming up." And I'm with my wife and I look at my wife and my eyes get really big. I'm like, "What the fuck is he talking about?" And she goes, "I don't know." And I look up at him like, and he looks down at me. He's like, "Am I not supposed to?" I'm like, "I don't know what you're talking about, man. Go ahead." And he keeps going and he starts talking about the space whiskey. I'm like, "Oh, the space whiskey. Okay, that's fine." I wasn't sure what project he was talking about because I told him about 3 or 4 different projects that we're working on. So the barrel will go up about 100 km, 100 kilometers. It will be weightless for probably a very brief. Well, weightless is a tricky question to answer because it will be on the edge of space, and then as soon as the balloon pops and it starts to come down, it will start to it'll hit terminal velocity at some point and be weightless for a very significant portion of its return trip to Earth because it'll be in free fall and practically weightless and while it's in free fall. So it won't ever be out of the gravitational bounds of Earth, but the entire trip from launch to recovery will be something like 9 hours. We'll launch it in the morning, we'll collect it in the evening, and it will have been exposed to the harsh conditions of space. And it will all be on video, and we will be doing it on our channel, and we will have a nice, cool documentary of Old Humble Space Whiskey. They're knocking satellite off its axis and detecting approaching aliens trying to make space whiskey. That is a much better. That's a much better story than crazy humble man sends barrel through roof of house. Uh, crazy man from Humble kills person with plummeting barrel. Lawyer Lisa Linney said, "I told him not to do it. That dumb idiot." When asked for comment, Lisa Linney said, "I'm not that kind of lawyer." When reached for comment, his wife said, "Yeah, that was stupid. We told him so." You fucking awesome. Hey, hang on a second. Hang on. Oh yeah, the Red Bull guy jumped from the edge of space, the highest free fall ever in the history of recorded humanity. Absolutely, and that was kind of that was one of the things that kind of gave me the idea, the Red Bull guy, but also Zyla Foxland. Sila Foxland, a YouTube creator. She won a I think it was Miss Ohio uh, pageant crown, and she took that crown and put it on a uh, weather balloon and sent it to space. And I mean, there's a whole lot of like the Lego man that goes to space, or popsicles. There's a bunch of stuff that people put on weather balloons and send to the edge of space, and it's just really cool. Uh, oh yeah, we're gonna have a cam on it. We'll have a camera. We'll have the barrel with the camera going over the edge of the barrel, so you can see the curvature of the Earth and the black sky above and the blue Earth below. Oh, she's not in the living room. Uh, when asked for comment, Lisa says, "What do you think was gonna happen?" I told him so. I think I got her. My there's. Hey, where's your mom? This is my son, Lefty. I got the wrong one. I got my son and my dog, but not my lovely wife. Hey, baby, come here. Hey, yo, puppy. My puppy. Here's my trusty companion. Come here, Wally. He hates this. Come here. Ugh. My trusty distillery dog, Rusty. Hey, buddy, say hi to everybody. Say hi, everybody. Thank you for subscribing to my my employer's channel, my master's channel. I'm a good boy. I'm the best puppy. I'm the best. There's. Hey, hang on. Here's my lovely wife. Give her a chance. Don't. That's packing material. Like it's going to somebody.
Oh.
She comes in here and
I thought you just got
she
it.
comes in here and she sees the bubble wrap and she starts to pop my bubble wrap that's gonna go in the box that's going to Vanessa.
So I can't do this one either?
No, that is packing material, woman. Jeez.
Okay. It's tempting.
It's like living with toddlers. Anyway.
Do you not look at this and want to pop it?
Stop it.
Fine.
What's wrong with you? Anyway, so you want to come here?
I'm not exactly online.
Guys, she says she's not presentable. Would y'all tell her that she is gorgeous?
I am not presentable.
Would you be so kind as to tell her how gorgeous she is when she comes on, because she thinks that she's not presentable. She's a cuckoo bird for thinking that, but there she is.
Oh God! No! Don't do that.
Anyway, so my love,
Yes.
space whiskey. Space whiskey. Good idea, bad idea.
Bad idea.
See? Am I going to do it or not?
You're still trying after a year of talking to scientists at NASA.
There you go. There you go. Good idea, bad idea. Bad idea. Are you going to do it anyway? Yep.
They said it's not possible.
What do they know? Just a bunch of fucking nerds is what they are. See, Bacon says you have lovely hair.
My hair right now.
Don't you think I should dye it blue while she's sleeping if we hit 800 subscribers before the end of the night? I mean, I have that blue dye for my beard. I could dye her hair blue when she's sleeping. Don't you think that'd be hilarious and awesome?
He wants me to dress up as Marge for Halloween.
She could totally do it. Do the voice. Okay, hon, bye. Love you.
I have to go pick the boy.
You got to pick up the boy. It's 8:15.
Time?
8.
Okay.
My oldest son has started his first job. He is a part of the corporate machine. We've lost him forever.
All right. I'll go pick him up in about 5.
All right, my sweet.
You really think he'll be done at 8 o'clock?
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
He's a trainee. They want to get him out of the
Oh,
damn.
that's true. I love you.
Plus, he gets on everyone's nerves. Get your drinks on the moon base. That'd be cool. The only space whiskey on the moon base. That'd be dope as hell. Quite honestly. But yeah, so technically it won't be a rocket. It'll be a weather balloon. And I have a 3-part project to make sure it works. I have the Mercury project, which will basically be a proof of concept to make sure that a wooden barrel can survive the change of atmospheric conditions from Earth to space. Then I'll have the Gemini project, which will be basically assembling the launch vehicle and making sure that it works, all the different parts of it, the launch vehicle, the recovery vehicle. So there'll be a little carriage in that the barrel sits in, connected to the balloon, and the recovery parachutes, attached to the whole rig. Everything that kind of goes. I've got to be able to launch it, recover it, because it doesn't matter if you can't recover it. Just like JF Kennedy said, we choose to go to the moon in this decade, not because it is easy, but because it is hard. No, I take that back. He said, we choose to go to the moon and return safely. That was the mission was always go to the moon and return safely. I'm not just sending whiskey into space. I'm recovering it. And I think I'll probably be doing it, if not next summer, the summer after. Vanessa won't fall off flat Earth. That'll be easy, no problem. But so yeah, 3-part project: Mercury, Gemini, and then the final part is the Apollo project, where we actually put everything together. Everything will be assembled together and launch. I'll do the launch, recovery with an unmanned, an unfilled barrel, and then I'll do it with a full barrel. And I'll probably do it with 2 or 3 full barrels. But every time I do it, I've got to have a new balloon, and the balloons are like $500. They're not cheap. But once I get all the rigging, everything else, all that stuff is fully recoverable and fully reusable. The carriage that holds the barrel, the rigging for the camera, the GPS module for the ping, so that we could recover the whole set, the recovery parachute. All of that stuff, everything that comes back to Earth is recoverable and reusable. The only thing that's not recoverable and reusable is the actual balloon itself, because you fill the balloon up with the helium, it goes up, and as it goes up, it expands and expands and expands due to lack of atmospheric pressure until eventually it goes poof and pops, and then there you go. Earth's escape velocity? Oh, Jesus, I have no idea what that is, but it's a lot faster than I can send it up. I don't know what the escape velocity is of Earth. I do have NASA folks a retired Air Force guy who's working at NASA and working on the Artemis mission, and Tanya Rogers, who is also a good friend, who is working at NASA, working with. She had been doing life support systems, but now she's doing propulsion. And I know one other person who is working at NASA who's doing the nanobubble stuff, but the nanobubbles is just not going to work. The nanobubbles is not something that's going to work. It's not something that I can do. Although what they were talking about is using my idea with their idea and kind of combining the 2 projects together. So actually having a barrel and a nanobubble project. So putting nanobubbles into the whiskey and sending the whiskey literally in low Earth orbit. But it's not, it doesn't fit in with my mission, because they're talking about much lower, like much lower volumes of whiskey, like this much whiskey, and doing nano bubbles, and that's not enough to make bourbon. That's not even close to enough to make bourbon. But there you go. And I would agree with you, Vanessa. She does look fine. She looks damn fine. In fact, I hate it when she leaves the room, but I really like to watch her go. I really do. She's fine as hell. And we just had our 21st anniversary at the beginning of this month. And when we hit 800 subscribers, I will sneak into the room at night and dye her hair blue while she's sleeping. Yeah, one of these days she's going to wake up with blue hair and she's not going to know it at all. It's going to be funny as hell. Now, the low pressure on the barrel may not just make the barrel leaky, it may make the barrel explode. Because what would happen if what I have theorized is true, and this is what where's my damn notebook? What I believe will happen as the here we go. What I think is going to happen as the temperature drops and the pressure drops, the water will freeze, but the alcohol will. Here we go. The water will freeze, but the alcohol. Nope, not there. Not there. Here we go. The water will freeze, but the alcohol will vaporize, and the pressure from the vapor. If the water doesn't freeze before the alcohol vaporizes, then the vapor from the alcohol may get through the barrel, or it may put pressure on the barrel and make the barrel swell up and warp. Um, if the water freezes before the alcohol vaporizes, then the alcohol will be trapped inside the water, and we won't get any extra aging from the barrel with the alcohol anyway. Um, the big question mark that I have in the project, in the Mercury project, the big question mark I have is whether or not the barrel will explode. Because if you start putting pressure on the barrel heads from the vapor, the barrel might just blow out laterally. And if the barrel blows out laterally, that's a problem, because then you have the barrel head just blowing out that way, and we don't want that to happen. So maybe I have to reinforce it. Maybe, I don't know. Uh, the barrel will be swollen well enough and sealed so that the liquid won't get out, but wood is fairly porous, and the alcohol vapors may make their way through the wood. The alcohol vapors take up more space, literally volume, than the water, and that pressure on the wood may cause it to explode. There's a whole lot of question marks, but I can test that terrestrially. I can do that here on Earth. I get a 1 gallon barrel and a 5 gallon pressure canister, and work it that way. We'll figure it out. Idea for sales: send Terrence Pop a bottle for free. Get a shout out on the channel with 1,000. I don't know who Terrence Pop is, but I will write that name down. Hey, William. My other notebook, I need to write stuff in. Hey, get my blue notebook off the table by the couch. Terrence Pop. I need to write that name down. I don't know who that is, but I will. I'll look into it. Um, so tracking and retrieval will be with a GPS module and a ping module. There's a. Come on. Next to the couch. On the couch. Shit. What did I do with that notebook? Ugh. Guarantee I walk out there and it will be sitting there like a snake ready to bite him. That is your mother's notebook. There's not one on the coffee table or the TV table. There's like 3 surfaces in our living room. There's 2 TV trays. Jesus Christ. It's not that. It's not that. And I may have moved it earlier. That is not it. Is it underneath that stuff? Is it on the kitchen table? It's on the kitchen table. See, the problem is I don't know where I leave my stuff laying around. So I can't tell my kids to find it because they don't know how to look for anything. Come here, Lefty. Come here. This is a 700 subscriber special. We're almost hitting 800 subscribers. Come here, right here, right here. Look at the camera. That's the camera. Tell people. Tell people to subscribe.
Subscribe.
Or
Or
I'll step on
he'll step on
the guinea pig.
the guinea pig.
There you go. He just said subscriber. He'll step on the guinea pigs.
No.
Close that door. Thank you. Bye. No, he loves his guinea pigs. He wouldn't step on them. Not on purpose. He might do it on accident, but not on purpose. Okay, Terrence Pop. What is it that I'm looking for? Terrence Pop. RRENCEPOP. I have some other people. I mean, I'll look into it. I'm not gonna promise anything. I'm not gonna promise anything, but we'll see. We'll see. I am working with this dude named Fred Minnick. I've reached out to him. He's out in California. He's a whiskey poobah. He likes our whiskey. Um, he likes our whiskey, and he's a good guy to know. Um, he's you know he's kind of a big deal in California, um, and he's a big deal across the country. I don't want to diminish what he's done and what he's worked on. He's a really really good guy. Uh, and he likes some Texas whiskeys, and he likes my Texas whiskey especially. So it's going to be fun working with that guy. But tracking and retrieval, GPS module, and um, a ping module that will send out an audible sound that you can find it wherever it is. So the GPS will get you close. The ping will get you through the brush to get you to the actual thing. The thing about sending product on a SpaceX flight is that costs money. And speaking of money, the Artemis mission would be a whole lot of money. But the goal, sending alcohol to the space station is strictly forbidden. They do not let you do that because it is extremely flammable. But more importantly, the goal of the mission is to expose the barrel and the whiskey to the harsh conditions of space, the temperature fluctuation. Because between the day side and the night side, you go from really hot to really cold. You go up on the sunny side of the Earth, and it's extremely hot. It's extremely hot in space. You don't the ultraviolet rays are not filtered out by the atmosphere. So vaporizing the alcohol and having it actually interact with the wood, it's I don't know what it would do, but it would be really cool. And I think it will change the flavor of the whiskey. My theory is that the vaporized alcohol interacting with the wood, then condensing back out of the wood as it comes back into the atmosphere, will give it uh, a very advanced flavor and aging profile. We're talking about aging this whiskey for maybe a month because it'll be like in a 1 gallon barrel. But aging the whiskey for a month, I expect it's going to taste like it's a 5 year whiskey, and have a lot of complexity and a lot of facets to its flavor. It's going to be really super duper interesting. The estimated cost of the entire mission is about $5,000. To get the whole rigging and everything, and maybe a one time, maybe a one time, uh, a one time insurance policy to cover incidental things just to make Lisa happy. um, so yeah, and maybe you're right. Maybe doing like an ad before a couple of his shows, like I've thought about doing for a few. Terrence Fred. Do YouTube ad before the show. That'd be a fun thing to do. Because one thing you could do that I learned you can do on YouTube is focus your advertisements. If you want to do an ad, like a 15-second pre-video ad, if you want to do an ad that way, you can focus your effort on a single channel. So I could do like a cocktail thing on a 15-second cocktail and be all like, the cocktails on this channel are great, but you can always make every single one of these cocktails better by using a better whiskey. Look us up online, oldhumbledistilling.com. Oldhumbledistilling.com, home of better whiskey. And then that's it. And go to the Tipsy Bartender or whatever where they're doing their dumb little cocktails. And that's it. I'll just do a little 15-second ad, and they can go do their cocktail, and it'd be cool. Everybody works out. Everything works out great. Or goes to Jack Daniel's cocktails or whatever. I think that would be funny and clever and fun. Uh, but I just haven't done it yet. I haven't done it. I haven't pulled the trigger on it. Partly because I don't have any 15-second ads to do. But anyway, wouldn't the barrel be completely full? Yes. The barrel will be completely or mostly full. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I don't know. So I don't know if if having the barrel full would be better, or if having the barrel like 3/4 full would be better, maybe half full, because if it's full, like conceptually speaking, if it's full and the alcohol vaporizes out, it has nowhere to go. It has to go into the wood, and possibly, if the water's freezing, it'll expand. The alcohol vaporizes out, it's going to push on the wood. The vapor will push on the wood or push through the wood. And that's really the goal, is to get the vapor into the wood, and then it condense back out when it stops being frozen. But if it's half full or 3/4 full, and it has that headspace of air, that air can get out, and then the alcohol can fill up the space that the air is being, the alcohol will vaporize and the air will be pushed out through the wood, and maybe that's the way to stop the barrel. But I don't know if the barrel will explode. I don't know. There's like 3 options, and I have to test that idea of, will the barrel explode if it's full? If the barrel explodes when it's full, at what volume will I need to fill up the barrel to prevent it from exploding? Why did the barrel explode when it was full, and what volume do I need to do to prevent that from happening? I don't know. I just don't know. What hashtag should I use in my post to get your product seen when you post pics? Hashtag Old Humble. And I don't usually use hashtags on YouTube, but in Instagram and Twitter and Facebook, I'll use the hashtag Old Humble. Just hashtag Old Humble, no spaces, Old Humble. Old Humble whiskey, whatever. No, so dissolute from the water. Yeah, see, there's a lot of things that I'm not sure about what are going to happen, and that's why I'm doing the 3-part project. I'm not just taking a barrel and strapping it to a weather balloon and launching it up into space. I'm doing a bunch of things. I'm progressing my way through to see what happens to the barrel in a barrel full of whiskey in a low atmosphere condition. What happens to, and then after that, it's once I figure out the launch capsule and how to work that out, what the barrel's going to look like, then I go on to the recovery module and the fully assembled project. So, vacuum chamber, hyperbaric chamber. I do not have access to a full. I mean, NASA has full scale, and the Air Force has full scale hyperbaric chambers, but I don't have access to that. I mean, that would be cool if I did, but I don't have access to that. Terrence Pop. Redonkulous Pop. Well, I'll just look up Terrence Pop. 2 P's, right? Yeah, Terrence Pop. I'll look that up after the show. Have I thought about double barrel the whiskey or a titanium alloy layer outside of the wood barrel? Yes, I have. So you can get those aluminum kegs. Titanium's too heavy and expensive. Not going to do titanium. But you can get those aluminum kegs from, the beer kegs. And I thought about doing that, cutting one of those in half and then putting the barrel inside and sealing it. But it defeats the purpose if it's clad in metal, because the whole point was to have the barrel exposed to space and exposed to the harsh conditions, the temperature fluctuation, the atmospheric fluctuation, the pressure fluctuation, to have it actually have to go through those extreme conditions. The question is, can I have it go through those extreme conditions and recover it? I don't know. I don't know yet. I don't know. Very, very smart people have said that that's not possible. But very, very smart people haven't seen the final product. They've just heard the concept. And if it's not possible under this version of the concept, then we'll just change the concept and we'll do it in a way where it's possible. There's no such thing as impossible. Impossible is un-American. The only thing there is not impossible, but we haven't figured it out yet. We'll figure it out yet. We didn't send people to the moon just to have the commies come back and bomb Pearl Harbor and tell us that it can't be done. No. We went and we nuked Berlin and we told them this is how it's going to be, you Japanese murderers of babies and stuff, and then we went and put a man on the moon. And it was why? Because we're Americans, and we don't know how to not do things. We're Americans, not American can'ts. We're Americans, not Americans. Don't tell me it's not possible. It just hadn't been figured out yet. We'll do this thing. We'll figure it out one way or another. If I gotta build a rocket myself to make it happen, we'll figure it out. There's a way to do it. By God, there's a way to do it, and we'll find that way. Anyway, are you motivated yet? We're Americans, not Americans. Just remember, it's also a garbage can, not a garbage can't. Oh God. Thunderfoot. Who the fuck's Thunderfoot? Oh, he's a fart smeller. Okay. I mean, it's possible I might be able to talk my buddies down at NASA into letting me use their vacuum chamber. I mean, it's here. It's in Houston. Why have NASA in Houston if I can't use it for some stupid experiment with my distillery, right? I mean, sure, you've got a giant, like the largest vacuum chamber in the world, and you have very important things that you're doing at NASA, like, building space habitats and rockets and stuff. Let me take my barrel and stick it in your vacuum chamber and see what happens. I mean, it would be so cool. It would be very cool. And we're talking about a project where we would basically sell 50 milliliter bottles of space whiskey for $20, maybe. I mean, it's the freezing point of liquor. That's a good question, Vanessa. I know the answer to that, as a matter of fact. So here are my notes for the Mercury project. The target altitude is at least 30K, probably closer to 100K. The temperature at 30K is minus 57 degrees centigrade. The boiling point of water at sea level is, of course, 100 degrees centigrade. Air pressure at 30K is 0.00268 bar. The boiling point of water at 0.00268 bar or 30K is negative 62 degrees centigrade. The boiling point of alcohol at sea level is 78 degrees centigrade, and at 30K, of course, we minus 57 degrees centigrade. The pressure stays the same. The boiling point of ethyl alcohol at 0.00268 bar is minus 22 degrees centigrade. So we're talking about alcohol boiling before water freezes, which is a challenge to this whole project. It's a big problem, a big challenge, because if the alcohol vaporizes out of the water and gets trapped by the barrel, that's great. We have alcohol vapor in the barrel aging and doing its thing. But if it vaporizes and blows up the barrel, we have a problem. So I don't know what'll happen. We got to figure it out. The freezing point of liquor is so drastically low it doesn't happen. There's the graph. The freezing point of liquor. Freezing point is not affected by pressure. The freezing point of ethyl alcohol is minus 114 degrees centigrade. The freezing point of water is 0 degrees. The freezing point is not affected by pressure, but the boiling point is. So you end up in a situation where water boils above the freezing point of ethyl alcohol. And alcohol boils well above its freezing point and well above the freezing point of water, or well below the freezing point of water. So it's problematic. It's very, 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 very problematic. Now, it could be that the water freezes before the alcohol boils, and in which case, if the water freezes before the alcohol boils, the alcohol may not get out. It may sit there and be trapped inside the ice. I don't know. I don't know what'll happen, but that's why we have the 3-part project. We have the Mercury project, the Gemini project, and then the Apollo project. Uh, I mean, I've taken copious science notes to start this thing out, and now I just kind of have to start kicking off the project. But I'm not going to be able to kick off the project until like next summer. Uh, that's that's about where we need to go, is next summer. Um, see him. You should see him eviscerate Musk. Test barrel in a vacuum chamber. Yeah, and you know what I can do for the vacuum chamber. You know, there's those epoxy, the 5-gallon epoxy vacuum kits that you can get, and I have absolutely no problem just dropping a barrel into one of those. I mean, those things only cost like $100. Uh, it would be really cool to get. Uh, it would be really cool to get it at NASA and get footage from NASA, but in the meantime, I will be able to do it at my own shop in those little vacuum chambers that we get for Harbor Freight or whatever. The average temperature of okay. So the average temperature is not. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You know, that's a good point because I was checking. I was checking what the temperature at that height was, but not really comparing it to daylight versus dark. I don't know if that's a temperature at daytime or dark. Uh, but at 30,000 kilometers, that's considered the lower boundary of the atmosphere. Hey Siri, what is the lower boundary of space?
Here's an answer from Wikipedia.
What is the lower boundary? 62. Oh, it's 62 miles high, 100 kilometers. Um, I don't. I had written down 30 kilometers for some reason. I don't think we're gonna. I don't know. I don't know why I wrote 30K. I wrote 30K. Um, maybe that. I mean, maybe that's my target. I don't know. I'll say it's 100K. I'll say it's 100,000 that we're going to. I don't remember. Why did I write 30,000? 30,000 kilometers would be. Uh, what would that be? 18 miles? That's not space. That's not the edge of space. Maybe that's the point where it's at. Maybe 30K was the point where you can see the curvature of the Earth for the first time. I don't know. I don't know why I wrote 30K in there. But anyway, um, as we pass through the various altitudes, we'll pass through pressure zones and temperature ranges, and um, yeah, I mean it's gonna be cool to find out and see how it works. I don't know. I don't know if it will work. It could be a spectacular failure. It could be a remarkable success. It could be a spectacular failure. Either way, it makes for great YouTube. It makes for great YouTube. It makes for great TV. It makes for great marketing. It makes a hell of a story. And I am down to tell a hell of a story. I am down to spend a couple $100 on a vacuum chamber and a barrel to see if it'll work. I am a big fan of fuck around to find out. Let's just see what happens. You know, who knows? Who knows? Uh, nobody's ever done it before. Nobody's ever done it before. Nobody's ever tried it before. Not like this. Ardberg did it. They put the barrel on, like I said, they put the barrel in a Bigelow habitat and sat it up there for a few years and brought it back down. But like I said, it was in temperature controlled. It was a temperature controlled, atmosphere controlled environment. It was in 0G, but it was temperature controlled, atmosphere controlled. I won't be in orbit. I won't be in a microgravity situation. We will be in a free fall situation, but we will experience the climate. Uh, we will be in an extreme climate environment where we go from uh, uh, the summer heat of Texas to the bracing cold of space, where we go from the hot, humid environment and 1 atmospheric pressure to almost 0 atmospheric pressure on the edge of space. We will go to a point where you see the curvature of the Earth. Um, and it would be just a spectacular, awesome story, whether it explodes like Challenger or lands like Apollo. We'll see. It's going to be just dope as hell. Um, when we're in a world where billionaires are launching rockets into space, we can have 100 Air launch a weather balloon and make some really fucking cool whiskey. Hey, how many milliliters is in a? Hey Siri, how many milliliters is in a gallon?
1 gallon is 3,785
Okay.
or 1 milliliters.
Hey Siri, divide 3,785 by 50. So I could get 75. I could get 75 of these little space whiskey bottles out of that one barrel, and you can have yourself a bottle of whiskey that went to space. How fucking cool is that? That's I mean, that's probably the coolest thing you will ever own in your entire life. A bottle of whiskey that went to space and returned to Earth safely. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So anyway, it's 8:15. We're still at 798 subscribers. I don't know what to tell people. We're not gonna pop 800 before I leave. Uh, but I do need to make dinner. Are we refresh it? It's still at 798. God dang it. Okay, that's fine. Fine, that's fine. It's fine. Whatever. I get it, internet. You hate me. It's cool. Is that going to be on the next Wheel of Doom and Glory? I don't know. I don't know if it'll be on the because I don't know. I don't think I'll be able to do this before next summer. And the next Wheel of Doom and Glory has got to be before next summer. It'll probably be around New Year's. It'll probably be around the 1,000 subscriber special. I'll fight a kangaroo and we'll spin the Wheel of Doom and Glory. And I'm still committed to fighting a damn kangaroo. I'm going to fight that kangaroo and I'm going to win. Okay, you got your parents' dog tags. That's fine. That's fair. I had the flag that was from my grandfather's coffin, so you know. But if you want me to send those dog tags to space, I could do that. Attach them to the barrel and send them to space. That'd be cool. It's risky because if the payload doesn't get properly recovered, you could lose them. Zyla Foxland lost her crown. That's how she lost her crown. She sent the crown into space and lost it. But yeah, look her up. XYLA Zyla XYLA Foxland FOXLIN. Cool YouTube creator. She won a beauty pageant. She's gorgeous. She's smart. She does a lot of woodwork stuff. She does a lot of maker things. She's just a really cool, smart, science-based, just cool creator. I dig her shit. She's cool. She built a not a cabin, a canoe out of cedar strips. She built a paddle for the canoe with her dad. I think it was her dad. She made a dress out of Kevlar to see if they could do a bulletproof dress. She sent her Miss Ohio crown into space. Maybe it was Indiana. Can't remember if she was Ohio or Indiana. Doesn't matter. Details versus the story. She has done. She stopped posting for a while because she traveled across country. It was like during COVID, and she just didn't do much. She did. I think she did a map of the United States made from wood from each state. I think. She's done a lot of stuff. She's a cool content creator, and that's the kind of when I'm doing my when I'm consuming YouTube stuff. That's uh, lately I've been binging on Blacktail Studios, woodworking, epoxy pours, and epoxy tables and stuff like that. and because I'm getting into the DIY builder space because I'm looking at building the walls, framing rooms and stuff like that. So I'm getting into the builder space. I'm getting into the YouTube builder space. Dangerous times. But for real, it's almost 8:30. It's time for I got to wrap this up. I got to go make dinner. We got to do some stuff, guys. I thank you so much for your support. I absolutely do. Vanessa Kitty, I'll check my emails, and this will be coming out to you. You can be the next winner of a prize package worth an infinite amount of money, and a priceless. That's more like it. You too can be a winner of a priceless prize package from the Old Humble Distilling Company that includes our delicious whiskeys, a cigar. I don't know what the next prize package will be. Every one of them has been unique thus far. The next one will be different from this one. So, like I've said it a million times, I'll say it a million times again. Thank you all for your support. I absolutely appreciate it. Y'all make this possible. Y'all make all this possible. I make all that possible, but y'all make these shows fun, and you keep me coming back to do more because I am always fascinated with how the conversation. I had no idea I was going to be talking about space whiskey tonight, but I'm always down to talk about Blacktail Studios as well. No, it's Blacktail Studios. They're a woodworking. I think it's Blacktail, Blacktail. I think it's Blacktail Studio. Yeah, woodworking channel, Blacktail Studios. There it is, Blacktail Studio. I'm not subscribed, but I've been binging on a lot of their content. I am subscribed now, but I've been binging on a lot of their content. Epoxy pour tables and stuff like that. He's he's a YouTube woodworker. He makes tables on YouTube and sells the tables for a stupid, ridiculous amount of money. But like I said, I never in a million years, if you'd have asked me 3 hours ago what we're talking about tonight, I'd have said we're spinning the wheel of doom and glory. I have no idea what we're talking about tonight. I have no idea where these shows are going to go when we start the shows. So thank you guys for keeping this interesting for me, keeping it fun for me, and I hope that I can do a small part of that for you and keep this interesting and fun for y'all, even through all of my rambling interests from DIY history, math, science, politics, futurism, technology, and all of the things where my mind wanders in any given day and any given time. Um, One of these days, I'm going to do a show from the distillery and cook a steak during the show because, goddamn, I love steak. That's why so many of my shorts have steaks in them. I just absolutely love steak. Oh, it's so good. And on our anniversary trip up to Lufkin, we went to HEB, not HEB. We went to Berkshire Brothers. They had Berkshire Brothers up in Lufkin, and they had two different packages of steaks. They had a unseasoned steak and seasoned steak, and oh man, can you see that on my fingers? My fingers are all golden. The I'm gonna have to make sure that anyway. But I bought the seasoned steak because I was like, I'm sure it'll be fine. I made such a mistake, or buying the steak that was already seasoned. It was so heavily seasoned, I couldn't taste the damn steak. I was so it was our anniversary dinner, and we had steak, and we had potatoes, and we had shrimp, and we had asparagus, and the steak was the worst part of the meal. I was so disappointed. Oh my god. I was like, I should have bought the other steak and just seasoned it myself. I'm such a fucking idiot. But we ate at Texas Roadhouse the night before, so I at least got some kind of a steak fix. But damn. So anyway, I'll probably be making steak at the distillery at some point in the very, very near future because I'm just going to go buy a damn steak and cook it on a skillet, on a burner, in the shop, right there. While we're doing a show, I'll do this. I'll go over and make the steak. This is how I make a damn good steak. Oh, my mouth is watering just thinking about it. Anyway, it's time to go, guys. I gotta go make dinner for real. I could sit there and ramble on for the rest of the fucking night, but we really need to make some dinner. Here's the final parting shot for the night, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, children of all ages. Thank you for being a part of this community and helping us to grow our channel and grow our brand and grow our reach. And I really do appreciate it. And as always, our doors are open. Anytime you come into town, look us up. I will happily show you around, show you what we do. I mean, what good is whiskey if you can't drink it with friends? That's how it is. That's how it's at its best, is when you drink it with friends. You have great friends and good stories, and a nice cozy bonfire. Cheers to all of you. Think with your whole brain, love with your whole heart. Be awesome to each other, and until we see each other again, cheers, tap, and good night. Congratulations, Vanessa. Bye bye.